Indians for Venezuela. Wait, this is not happening in Caracas. This is happening across India and the anger is spreading. For what? Venezuela. From factory gates to university campuses, from city streets to small towns, tens of thousands of Indians have stepped out in protest. Their message is loud and clear. They are opposing what they call American aggression against Venezuela and the shocking abduction of its elected president, Nicolas Maduro, along with his wife, Celia Flores. What a joke. This is not about Trump imposing 500% tariffs on India. This is about Venezuela. We can't stand up for the tariffs on India, we are standing up for Venezuela. This is now the fourth straight day of nationwide protest, and the momentum, it is growing instead of slowing. Let me tell you why are Indians protesting events that are thousands of kilometers away. Because for many protesters, this is not about Venezuela. They say this is about sovereignty, international law, imperial power. They believe that if such actions go unchallenged today, any nation could be next tomorrow. But this is a message from one Indian to another. Well, this is not the very first time when a foreign leader has been abducted. But yes, this is definitely the first time when the US has threatened India of 500% tariffs just for buying what? Russian oil. And for whom? Indians. Well, till now there is no headline, there is no news that Indians have rose with a banner that we are not giving 500% tariff. But definitely there are banners that we stand with Venezuela. Now coming back to the protests, then these protests are being led by workers, students, women's group and youth organizations across the country. In fact, one of India's largest trade union federations, the Center for Indian Trade Union, called for mass demonstrations. Workers responded by organizing protests near factories, offices, ports and industrial zones. They might be waiting for Mr. Trump to park his car over there. In fact, in several cities, effigies of the US President Donald Trump, it was burned, with protesters accusing him of destroying democracy and violating international norms. Students and youth groups, they joined in large numbers, turning campuses into centers of resistance. Women's organizations marched alongside them, holding banners that express solidarity with Venezuelan people and condemnation of US military action. You know what triggered this wave of anger? According to report, US forces launched attacks in multiple locations inside Venezuela, including the capital, Caracas. During the operation, President Nicolas Maduro and his wife, they were taken into custody. The violence reportedly left at least 60 people dead, including Cuban security personnel who were protecting the Venezuelan president. For protesters in India, this crossed a red line for what nobody has any idea. Well, the demonstrations, they are not limited to one region, by the way. They are truly nationwide. In Jammu and Kashmir, senior leader Yusuf of Communist Party of India, he led marches to workers and students. Addressing the crowd, he described the attack on Venezuela as open imperialism and questioned America's right to dictate terms on sovereign nations. In Tamil Nadu, protests have continued for days. Left parties, along with women, youth, student groups, organized marches demanding immediate release of President Maduro and his wife too. Protesters raised slogans against foreign interference and warned against normalizing such actions. In fact, in Northeast, the response has been quite strong. In Assam, all major left parties came together for a joint protest. Leaders, in fact, from multiple political groups, they stood on the same platform, calling the US actions illegal and dangerous for global peace. In Kerala, students and youth organizations held mass demonstrations. In fact, torchlight marches lit up streets in several cities, with protesters chanting slogans against imperialism and calling for respect for national sovereignty. And yes, this is not end of this. Similar protests have taken place in Telangana, Maharashtra. Can you imagine Bihar, West Bengal, with left parties announcing plans to escalate the demonstrations in coming days? Let me tell you a funny thing here. Venezuela is celebrating. Yes, Venezuelans in Venezuela, Venezuelans in Trinidad and Tobago, Venezuelans nationwide, they are celebrating Maduro's arrest. They say that he is an undeclared dictator. Now, look at Indians, how generous of us, how polite of us. We have so many problems at home, but still we care about others. That's what Indian culture stands for. In the end, this is turning into a sustained national moment, not a day one reaction, but the anger, it is not dictated only at Washington. It is also aimed at New Delhi. Yes, left parties and progressive groups, they are sharply criticizing the Indian government for its response. Of course, they are expecting Indian government to go and fight the United States military for Venezuelans. Well, for protesters, this is not enough. So in the end, it is the Indians who need to know what they are fighting for.